ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤ ਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਕਹਿ ਪਿਰਾਣਾ ਰਹੋ ਨ ਜਾਏ, ਤੁਮਰੋ ਦੁਖ ਨਹਿ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਾਏ।
ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਮਾਈ ਭਾਈ ਸਭ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅਕਹਿ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਏ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਿੱਘੀ ਗੋਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ। Let all us brothers and sisters focus our attention on the divine swoop of ਧੰਨ Satguru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And let us condition our minds to know that the prasang of Shaheedi that is taking place of Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, that Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj is right here with us in the form of Satguru Granth Sahib Ji. Whilst our mind is attention is focused as such, let us join in Gur Fateh to Guru Sahib Ji Maharaj. So when we hear the Katha and all that is within this Katha, that it becomes a guiding light in our individual jivans. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh Ji. So Guru Roop, Guru Pyari Sadh Sangat Ji, just to recap very briefly, Chandu so far has given the orders of not to give any food or water to Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, or even the Gursikhs that are accompanying them. Having failed at using that as his weapon to scare Maharaj or get Maharaj to accept the rista for his daughter to Satguru Arjan Dev Ji's Sahibjada Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, he then went on to make threats and even beat the Gursikhs. When that failed, he then ordered that Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj be boiled. Satguru Maharaj Ji, the one who gives an iron-like resolve to those great Shaheed Mahatmas that we hear of, like Bhai Mani Singh Ji, how could Satguru Ji themselves flinch? Satguru Ji sat in the dega full of water. Not even once did they say, see, ouch, high, no sign, none whatsoever of any pain. They sat something called in Adol Vasta, where they did not waver, flinch, or even cry out. When that didn't work, then Chandu gave the order that hot sand be bought. Hot sand was bought and poured over the Swarup of Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj. Even then, Satguru Ji Maharaj ਖੜਕੇ ਆਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੱਤੀ ਰੇਤਾ ਪਵਾ ਲਈ ਪਰ ਮੁਖੋਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਸੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਚਰੀ. So Guru Ki Sangat Ji, this is where we have gotten so far with the prasang. Year in, year out, when the time of Tan Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji Shaheedi come, we share posts and posters and even images where Guru Arjan Dev Ji is sitting on a tatti tavi, and we limit Maharaj's Shaheedi just to that. And when we limit it just to that one image or just the mention of Guru Maharaj Ji tatti tavi te baithe si, we do not get to understand all that is in this prasang. How Maharaj is Sarv Samratha, the almighty power, what the level of that is. How Maharaj endured everything, not only because there is no pain in their form, but they did allow the form, their swarup, their body, to become what would anybody become had they gone through that level of torture. They are teaching us something through their Shaheedi of Pana Manana, of how to accept divine will, of how to safeguard your Jivan of Bhakti, regardless of whatever happens in our lives. We Bhakti wala Jivan jada e mauka hai Sikhi da, not to give this up, even if the body goes. Now, for someone like me to just say these words is very easy, Guru Ki Sangat Ji. For someone to understand it can be extremely hard. But when we hear how Maharaj explains step by step to Bhai Prana why they should not come near and how they should not interfere in Guruji's care, how we then hear how Maharaj explains to Chandu's daughter-in-law that the whole bunch is going to get nas as a phal, as a reward, as a consequence of Chandu's actions. And how that if she ada pala chaundi and she wants nivirti, she wants release from the chakkar of jamman to maran, of karam, that how she too should abandon her body and go to Sachkhand when Satguru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj abandoned their pavitr sareer. So Chandu has tried everything. Now one thing again, by listening to the whole prasang, what we learn is what kind of a character Chandu is. When we hear about Guru Arjan Dev Ji Shaheedi, we are sometimes misled. We ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਰਕ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਬਣ. So far throughout the entire prasang you've heard this is not the case at all. Maharaj ਨੂੰ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ. Jahangir, in his writings, in his diary, what he expresses is the will to kill Guru Arjan Dev Ji before he met Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Whether his view changed after that at the palace meeting, what we also heard, we do not know. Chandu was hell-bent also on wanting to destroy Guru Maharaj Ji. Chandu and Jahangir, emperor and the first minister together, had decided to shut down what they call Kood di Dukaan. Which is the Kood di Dukaan? Gursikhi. They had wanted to destroy Gursikhi. The same Gursikhi, the master of which Tan Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj gave their bachan, which gave the gaddi of Raj, the kingship, to the Mughals. So when we learn all this, we understand why Guru Maharaj ne Shaheedi ditti. So now we are at the point where Chandu, the despot, having kept Maharaj Ji from water and food for the third day going now, the fourth day, I beg your pardon, had the Gursikhs beaten, had Maharaj boiled. Above that, Maharaj Titti Reta Pavai, he still is not satisfied. What he wants is Guru Maharaj Ji to give in to the rista for his daughter, to Guru Sahib Ji either give me your life, or my daughter with your son. So if this individual, this Chandu, can do this here with the Shant Sarup of Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj Guru Ki Sangat Ji, just imagine what he must have been doing with other people. Kat kat ke antar ki janat. Maharaj knows the heart of every single individual. Phale bure ki peer pachanat. Maharaj understands the pain of those that are good and even those that are bad. Maharaj never said hurt anyone. So Guru Maharaj, having felt the pain of countless people, and not only felt the pain of countless people that have cried out to Akal Purkh Waheguru when they've been subjugated, oppressed, and even tortured by the Mughal Hukumat, but also the Mughal Hukumat for intending to uproot Sikhi. Guru ki Sangat ki Sikhi doesn't get uprooted. A Sikhi baithi yatte Satguru de Pratap te. But the Mughal, their Raj, that got uprooted. So Maharaj di Kirpa de naal, the prasang has reached so far. Chandu has given the order to pour hot sand over Satguru Arjan Dev Ji. Maharaj, we heard last week, like a babbar sher that does not get scared. Soon as the order was given, Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj ikdam khade ho gaye and walked over to where the sand is. Da shared the prasang with you of when Ravan went out to battle. Surbir Jodhe like Ravan, where do they get their Surbirta from? It is all rooted into the divine swoop of Akal Purkh Waheguru, whose fifth forms Shaheedi we are hearing. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is having hot sand poured over them. Even though Guru Maharaj Ji has told Bhai Prana, vi sadi khed vich dakhal na davo. Do not get involved in our khed. Even though Bhai Prana has sat through another beating by the guards of Chandu. But now Bhai Prana runs over to Guru Sahib Ji Maharaj and so does Bhai Langaha.
ਕਹਿ ਪਿਰਾਨਾ ਰਹੋ ਨਾ ਜਾਏ
Bhai Sahib, Bhai Prana Ji says, Maharaj, thada hukum si not to come near, we nede na aa, not to get involved in your khed. Par hey Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, me to raya nahi janda, I can't stop myself.
ਤੁਮਰੋ ਦੁੱਖ ਨਹਿ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਾਏ
I can't see the dukh that this Chandu is putting you through with my eyes.
ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਨ ਦੇਨ ਅਬਿਲਖ ਹੈ
He says, Maharaj, look, my ichha is, main aadhe pran dawa. My ichha is, let me give my life. I'm not interfering in your kid. Let them pour sand, but let them pour it over me. Let them not pour it over you. So Sadi Abalakha, my wish is to give my life instead.
ਰਾਵਰ ਕੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਕੋ ਰਾਖੈ
And so Maharaj, Ravar, my king, my ultimate, my supreme master, your sareer, your body stays and let my body get nas.
ਕਹੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਇਮ ਕੀਜਹਿ ਤਬੈ
Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj open up their Kamal Nettar, look up Bhai Prana, and they say, hey Bhai Prana, do this when
ਹਮਰੀ ਆਇਸ ਹੋਵੈ ਜਬੈ
do this when we give you the order to do this, meaning abandon your body. By all means abandon it. ਅਸੀਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੋਕਦੇ, but abandon it only when we give you the order, meaning that when we in the sixth Sarup, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੰਗ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੁਰਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਉਦੋਂ ਜੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਅਬਲਾਖਾ ਹੋਗੀ, when we do jang with the Turks, if your ablakha is as such, then give your sareer.
ਅਬ ਹਮਰਾ ਇਹ ਖੇਲ ਪਸਾਰਾ
That this is our khel pasara, what we are doing, the entire creation. Guru ki Sangat ji, when we hear things as such, it's very easy for us to think, but Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they're standing utte reta peri tatti, and Maharaj is talking about the entire universe. Sad Sangat ji, if I got an empty pot and I put the takkan on it, if I put a lid on it, there's air inside that pot. Does that mean the entire air throughout the entire universe has disappeared? No. All we can see is the outline of that one pot. All we can see is the outline of the Sarup, of the body of Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj. What is inside is outside. We are just limiting our vision to their Sarup. The eternal, the infinite master of Akal Purkh Waheguru is in the fifth form, and they're saying that this Khel Pasara is Sada hai. What we are doing is happening according to our will.
ਬੈਠੇ ਪੇਖ ਹੋ ਹੋਏ ਜਿਮ ਸਾਰਾ
Maharaj Sadguru Arjan Dev says, sit and watch, just watch how our play rolls out.
उन्हें दुष्ट ने कह बिठावे
पुनः दुष्ट ने कह बिठावे. Then Chandu says to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, and yaad rakhiyo Guru ki sangat ji, Satguru Ji standing. Tatti Reta, that is glowing as we heard last week, is being poured over Satguruji's divine truth. This is not enough for Chandu. He does not see Satguruji even once flinch. Maharaj utte and Shantmai khade hai. Sad Sangat ji, those of you who get involved in Langar di Seva downstairs, ਧਾਨਿਆ ਉਹ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਤੇ ਡੂਇੰਗ ਰੋਟੀ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਧਾਨਿਆ ਉਹ ਭਾਈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਦਾਲ ਰਿੰਨਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੜਛਾ ਫੇਰਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ I've been down there. It be so hot ਲਾਗੇ ਖੜਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ. Satguru Ji Maharaj is standing having hot sand poured over them. They are not flinching, and this is making Chandu even more agitated.
फिर सतगुरु कुछ खेद न पाए
Satguru Ji stood there without even moving once.
चौदह लोक रचे जिन केरे
ਧੰਨ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇਖੋ ਕੀ ਆਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ they say 14 ਲੋਕ ਰਚੇ ਜਿਨ ਕੇਰੇ they start off by saying look at the one Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj who's created 14 ਲੋਕ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ where I feel that there needs a bit of elaboration first star system where there is a star and you got a system of planets ਇਹਨੂੰ ਬ੍ਰਹਿਮੰਡ ਆਖਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ And in each Brahmand, where there is something called a Karma Bhumi. Karma Bhumi is any planet that's been created for the Karma Chakra to take place, for Jeeves to be born into and live out their destiny. Wherever there is a Karma Bhumi, the Karma Bhumi is not the only thing that is limited. We can only see Earth and life on Earth. Even then we can't see all of life on Earth. Science discovers something new all the time. But when we look towards the sky, we see the sky, we see clouds, then we see the outer atmosphere, and then we see space. We do not see those realms because the frequency of our sight is not tuned to such. But the one who has created it knows exactly what's there. The one to whom Guruji gives something called Div Drishti Guru Ki Sangat Ji, what we in the Western sense refer to as the opening of the third eye. They can also see these different realms. So Bhai Sahib Ji says 14 lok, the one that who's created the 14 realms. These 14 realms are 7 upper realms and 7 nether realms. ਜਦੋਂ ਪਤਾਲ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਈਦਾ, when we go downwards, there's 7 realms that way, and there are 7 upper realms. Those are the 14, and sandwiched in between them is earth, which is known as the Karma Bhumi.
तेज हतासन होए के मनेरे
Bhai Sahib Ji says the one who has created the 14 realms is pervading throughout all 14 realms. How can the heat from sand or even fire or even water come near them? Why? Because they are the heat, they are the combustion themselves. What is Bhai Sahib Ji doing? Guru Ki Sangat Ji, when we learn to truly understand what one means in Ik Oankar, Ik Oankar ਕਹਿ ਦੇਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੁਖਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨ when it comes to understanding what ik means then you learn to understand that there is nothing that is not the one. Even fire, one is the fire. It's just a different root. Just because we are used to this body of flesh and bone, we think everything is like this. No. Akanda vinarankariya. If these kanda went, if Guru Sahib Ji wasn't in these kanda as well, how would Narsingh Avatar come out of a thumb and then kill a Farnakish? So Maharaj says the one who is all pervading, who is all 14 realms, how could fire hurt them? The reason why Bhai Sahib Ji is saying this Guru Ki Sangat is very easy for our minds. Having listened to people that do galt prachar, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਤੱਤੀ ਤਵੀ ਤੇ ਬੇਹੋਸ਼ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੇਹੋਸ਼ Satguru Ji Guru Maharaj is the one that awakens us from being behosh from countless janams. Satguru Ji aap behosh hon lage? No. Guru Maharaj di jehdi vadiyai hai Guru Ki Sangat Ji, the greatest mehma of all. Bhai Sahib Ji ਉਹਨੂੰ ਜਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ
ਤਪਤ ਰੇਤ ਪਰ ਨਿਸ਼ਚਲ ਬੈਸੇ
Satguru Ji Maharaj is having reta, tatti reta glowing red. pouring over them.
ਸੁਖ ਤੇ ਮ੍ਰਿਦ ਆਸਨ ਪਰ ਜੈਸੇ
Tan is the writing of this Bhai Santokh Singh Ji Maharaj. He says, whilst this reta is pouring over Guru Ji Swarup, Satguru Ji ਚੌਂਕੜਾ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਬੈਠ ਗਏ ਹਨ on the floor because Chandu said on Beja. As this reta is coming over Guru Sahib Ji Swarup, Bhai Sahib Ji says, Sukh te mrid asan par jaise. As if Guru Sahib Ji is sitting on the cushion, the gaddi they used to sit at Sri Harmandir Sahib. ਜਦੋਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੋਭਤ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਆਦਿ ਜੋ ਆਸਣ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ, the ਗੱਦੀ ਦੇ ਸਾਠਾਂ, the way they sat there, the ਸੀਸ ਤੇ ਚੌਰ ਫਿਰ ਰਿਹਾ, in the same adol avastha, Satguru Ji sitting here, having hot sand poured over them. This is the greatness of Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj.
ਇਤ ਉਤ ਅੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਡੁਲੇ ਅੰਤੇ
Not even once does Maharaj's ang, their muscles, move this way or that way. Adol, still they are sitting.
ਭਏ ਮੋਨ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹੰਤੇ
Pay moan in silence. They are sitting jadda. Some Gurmukhs, when they do Simran kardiyan samadhi lag jandi hai, and they sit in very ease, such peace. ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ.
ਕਹੋ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਪੁਨ ਕੁਰਚੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ
And seeing this Chandu, ਦੇਖੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਭਾਈ ਨੰਦ ਲਾਲ ਜੀ calls Guru Gobind Singh Sahib ji Sahib e Kamal, meaning the master who is just full of awe, meaning whatever they do leaves the person, the individual, in absolute awe of them. ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਏ ਨੇ? So look at the awe of Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj. Chandu is wanting to hurt Guruji. Satguruji's adolta is in turn instead hurting Chandu. He is getting so infuriated with Maharaj. Ikvar vi, they have not demonstrated any pain. He is saying to the people he is ordered to pour sand. Hor karshe leke hor reta pao, meaning pour some more sand over Guru Sahib Ji.
ਤਾਪਤ ਰੇਤ ਦੇ ਉਪਰ ਪੈ ਕੇ
He's saying pour more and more sand over Guru Sahib Ji.
ਨਹਿ ਬੋਲਤ ਨਹਿ ਮਾਨਤ ਨਾਤਾ
And he's at the same time, like the mad dog he called himself, he's mumbling away. He's saying he hasn't either said hi, neither has he turned around and accepted our rista to his Sahibjada.
ਇਸ ਕੇ ਗਾਤ ਲਗਹਿ ਨਹਿ ਤਾਤਾ
To his body there is no heat reaching, even though I'm pouring hot sand over him.
ਹਰ ਕਰਚੇ ਤਬ ਉਪਰ ਪਾਏ
He's telling the gods, hor par ke pao, pour some more sand over Guru Sahib Ji.
ਨਹਿ ਕੁਛ ਕਹੋ ਨ ਅੰਗ ਡੁਲਾਏ
That this Guru isn't even moving or even saying hi.
ਦਹੋ ਦੇਸ਼ ਤੇ ਤਾਤੋ ਅਤਬਾਰੂ
Bhai Sahib Ji says, hearing this hukam, the gods, the torturers, if I can call them that, they started pouring sand so much that it's coming in four directions onto Guruji's Swarup. It's hard for me to say this, but they're doing this. They're pouring hot sand over Maharaj's Sundar Mukh, their chest, their arms, and their back. Maharaj's body is blistering away.
ਹਰ ਸਰੀਰ ਪਰ ਬਹੁ ਦੁਖ ਕਾਰੂ
Bhai Sahib Ji, look, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, even though Das said the heat does not reach Satguru, Satguru Ji does not feel pain. But Satguru Ji here acts in the capacity of a human. Why? To teach us with what is in the hands of the Guru, what is in their palm, what they can give. Satguru Ji Maharaj causes with their kala, with their power, for their srir to actually burst out in blisters, meaning there will be some pain, but Satguru Ji pain lag nahi sakti. Maharaj will not experience the pain. It's a very hard thing to understand. It's like when you put a piece of metal into fire, it begins to glow red like the fire. It retains the heat of the fire, but it doesn't become fire and it doesn't melt. So Maharaj is causing their body to become exactly like anybody would become, but yet showing their samartha by not letting it affect them.
ਨਿਜ ਇੱਛਾ ਕਰ ਗਾਤ ਸਮੂਹੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਕਹਿ ਤਬ ਪਰੇ ਪਲੂਹੇ
Then Maharaj, just so Chandu does not realize, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, even though Das has said this once or twice already, I'll say it again just in case There was somebody here that didn't hear it. Satguru Ji Maharaj has given Chandu many opportunities to back down. Chandu hasn't backed down. Chandu has shown the greatest disrespect to the Swarup of the Guru, to the Gursikhs, and also to Sikhi, and also to the Pavitra Naam of Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji. So Maharaj causes blisters to come all over their body, causes even probably gashes to appear where blood will come out of. Maharaj does this so Chandu kete e na soch, so Chandu does not think with this Mahatma has got so much spiritual power, so Chandu doesn't fall at their feet. Maharaj ne ਹੁਣ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ to push this dusht into Nark, to push his entire family and him along with the Mughal Raj towards the end. Bhai Sahib says the azmat, the greatness of the Guru is not known to Chandu. The Maharaj has caused so much to happen. There is so much pain involved, but no pain has been felt, meaning this is the greatness of Guru Sahib Ji. Aako Vaheguru Guru Ki Sangat Ji. Do jam means do pair. 6 ਘੰਟੇ ਧੰਨ Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj for 6 hours. Satguru Ji stood and had this detta poured over them. So Maharaj not even once felt any fear or became fearful of this Chandu. Sadh Sangat Ji, if you look at our Ityas, all the Shaheediyan given, all the suffering that has happened, doesn't matter where you go into our Ityas, whenever anyone has achieved anything in this respect, it is all down to the Charan Kamal of Dhan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj. If Satguru Ji hadn't done this, hadn't taught the Sikhs, we jo marji ho jave, dharm nahi tyagna, doesn't matter what happens, do not abandon your discipline, your faith with Guru. Then Guru ki Sangat Ji Sikha ne da karna nahi si. So Maharaj has shown something that has not been seen before and done something that will uproot these dusts. Satguru Ji's Mahima is Maha Atol. Satguru Ji's greatness is beyond words and description. Ajar Jaran ki Aud Janai. So Maharaj has taught us how to bear the unbearable. Guru Ki Sangat Ji, there are Mahatmas. What Maharaj is teaching, remember that when Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, the first Roop of Nirankar, came to this world, they taught Naam, Dan, Ishnan. As the young Sikh religion has developed, Maharaj has taught things along the line. What Maharaj has taught now about Shaheedi, Maharaj has taught that doesn't matter what happens, bear what you have to bear, but never, ever, ever give up practicing your faith. If you do not give up practicing your faith, if you live by your faith, the body is going to go one day anyway. But the connection you will make by keeping your faith will never ever let you take another body on again. Meaning, mukti. Satguru Ji jamman maran de chakkar vichon Sikh nu kad dinde hai. So Ajar Jaran ki Aud Janai, Maharaj is causing us to know how to bear the unbearable. That suffered everything in silence. Kuch nahi bole, they haven't spoken even once. Guru Ki Sangat is very well for Bhai Sahib Ji to tell us about the greatness of Guru Sahib Ji. But do not forget that Satguru Ji does not only belong to us sitting in their God. Satguru Ji in different forms and in different ways belongs to everyone, even in the unseen world. So in the Ad, in the 14 realms that I mentioned, in the realm of Swarg, the king of Swarg is a being by the name of Indra. Even him along with his Sur, meaning the other angelic beings, they have come to see this drish of Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj giving their Shaheedi.
Jakrit chit gur chalat nihare.
They see this and even they are left in awe and they leave in shock.
Tan tan sab karah bakhana.
Even they are saying, Tan is Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, Tan is Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj.
Inate bina na aso ana.
And they are bearing witness. Guru Ki Sangat Ji, our lives are very short. What? Maybe 100 years, maybe 110, if we're extremely long lived. But let's just base it on about 70, 80 years. In 70, 80 years, what can we possibly know what has taken place on this earth? What can we possibly see what's taking place on this earth, even though we live in the day of social media and TV? People like Indar, sorry, I beg your pardon, beings like Indar, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, when we die, if we haven't achieved mukti, meaning going to Sachkhand, and then we go to some place called Swarg, what the Christians call heaven, and what the Muslims call paradise, and the Hindus call Swarg. If anybody goes there, your life there is not limited like here, 70. It can be for hundreds, even thousands of years, depending on how much good you've done in this world. A Gursikh never seeks that, because once we go there, we have to come back. So Indra Devta, the Padvi of Indra Devta, whoever comes to achieve that gets to rule as king of Swarg for hundreds of thousands upon hundreds of thousands of years. So Indra Devta is even saying that in my reign, as long as it has been, I have never seen anyone else do this.
Karbandhan sur sadan sidhare.
These unseen beings, matha take ke bandhan karde hai Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, and they go to return to their respective realms.
Apas bikhe britant uchare.
Amongst themselves, they are talking of the greatness of Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj.
Gayo dusht pun gur niksaye.
This Dosht Guru Sad Sangat Ji. So once he's done what he had to do with had the sand poured Chandu over Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, he gives the order to bring Satguru Ji Maharaj back to the building where he's been holding Guru Arjan Dev Ji for the last 3 to 4 days.
Purab thalat hai aan bithaye.
Where Satguru Ji was seated beforehand, he has brought Satguru Ji back to that place.
Sab tan per jir bhe vridd paye.
Bhai Sahib Ji paints the Maharaj, even though they are sitting adored. Sad Sangat Ji, I don't know what your experiences have been, but if you go into Google and you search third degree burns, you get an idea of what fire can do to the skin. Maharaj's entire body, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, is just blister upon burnt skin upon burnt skin.
Kana srap sach keh kaye.
Even though we've covered the prasang of Bhakt Kanna, Maharaj smiles and thinks, hey Kanya, even though you had seen what was going to happen and you addressed it up as a saraf, tere bachan bhi hun siddh ho gaye han.
Dohra kai jamni aan kar.
The night has come.
Chayo timr mahan.
Chayo Timr Mahan, Bhai Sahib Ji writes that this evening, the darkness that is over Lahore is extremely dark. Sad Sangat Ji, sometimes when you just read something, you can read something and pass on. Chayo Timr Mahan. Why is it so dark in Lahore that day? Divsa Raat Doe Dai Daya Khil Hai Sagal Jagat in Sri Japji Sahib Ji Maharaj says that the day and the night, they are two Dai Daya. That they are two beings as well who have been given the duty of looking after the jeeves, the beings of this earth. So even this Dai Daya, this day and night, they have seen what is happening with their master. So even the night has become darker than normal.
Har bar paro visal tab.
Bhai Sahib Ji now says Kharbar, Paro Bisal Tab. Raat Pegi, there is Kharbar, there is much commotion going on. Where is this commotion going on?
Je jag azmatwan.
It's going on amongst those people, jade azmat wale hai. Those people that have taken on spiritual powers. Sad Sangat Ji, whoever does bhakti, whoever does tapasya, regardless of whatever we may think of ourselves, and we may think, "Nahi, I'm not worthy of this, menu eh cheez nahi milni." Just remember this, if you go to the ocean and jump in it, you're going to get wet regardless. Whether you're a papi or whether you're a punni, gille ho ke niklange. Doesn't matter what we are. When we go into the line of bhakti, Guru ne bakshish adi karni hai, regardless of our past life, regardless of what we may have done up until this day now. So these Mahatmas that have done bhakti in their lives and have obtained the kirpa of Satguruji, they have also obtained spiritual powers. And in that spiritual power realm, they can see what's going on across the planet. And in their own avastas, in their own realm, there is commotion going on. And what is this commotion? Why is this happening to Guru Arjan Dev Ji? But they are powerless. They can't say anything. They can't do anything because they do not act out of the hukam of Guru Sahib Ji. Just like Guru Sahib Ji said to Bhai Prana, "Hey Prane, ਜੇ ਦਖਲ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਖੇਡ ਚ ਤੇਰੀ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਖਿੱਚ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ." If you interfere in our khed, this power that you've gotten through our seva, ਅਸੀਂ ਖਿੱਚ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ. So in the unseen world of these Mahatmas, of these great beings, these supernatural, powerful beings, spiritual beings, there is commotion going on. Just like when we hear something, I'm going to try to relate it to this. Whenever something happens throughout the world, it starts to pick up a trend over social media. And the more and more views it gets, the more we can see how far it's reached. Just as such, in the unseen world, the news that is trending, if I can keep it, is the Pancham Swaroop of Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, meaning Guru Arjan Dev Ji, is at the house of Chandu and is suffering. And out of these spiritual, supernatural beings, there's a being called Gorakhnath. He is the Guru of the Siddh Mahatmas. And these 84 Siddh he has brought with him. So the 84 Siddh with whom Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj did dialogue, which then became the part of Sri Japji Sahib Ji, those 84 Siddh are accompanying their Guru, Guru Gorakhnath. Look at this. On the one hand, Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj has endured so much. Na aap Guru ki sangat di shakti dikhai, na ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਭਾਈ ਪ੍ਰਾਣਾ ਵਰਗਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ, ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਉਣ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ. So Guru Sahib Ji Maharaj has not shown any power themselves, nor have they allowed for Bhai Prana to show any Shakti, though Bhai Prana holds immense power in the palm of their hand. What does Gorakhnath Ji do? This is why Gorakhnath Ji couldn't control his Siddhs. They had obtained power to Vartan Lappesage. Soon as they come to the grounds where Chandu's residence is, the first thing they do is they use their Shakti to put the gods to sleep. Once they set their eyes on Dhan Satguru Arjan Dev Ji's Swaroop, they say, Ades, Ades. In Japji Sai Maharaj Ji writes, Ades. This is Ades. When the Siddhs said Ades to Guruji, Ades is saying Namaskar to each other. When they said Namaskar to Guru Sahib Ji, Dhan Satguru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj says Ades, Namaskar. This Ades, Nirankar nu Namaskar hai sadi. They stand before Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Hath jod ke, Gorakhnath speaks. He says, Hey Satguru Arjan Dev Ji, your resolve is like iron, unbreakable. Look what he is doing. But your nature of being Shant, the Samundar of Shanti, you are sitting there. Nothing can break you. You have taught us how to bear the unbearable. Sadh Sangat Ji, what he's on about is Guru Pyari Sangat Ji, whenever someone through say tapasya or mantra or even bhakti, whenever they get a bit of power, that power can mean one thing. Hopefully it doesn't mean it for anyone. It can mean the cause of their destruction. They start to use it against people. So when you've got power, unlimited power, like Guru Arjan Dev Ji, to vartya nahi, to teach us how bhana manana, how to live within the hukum of Akal Purkh Waheguru. Maharaj has not used that power, but instead suffered or bared the unbearable. So Gorakhnath is saying the same thing. Ajar janan tum saman hai aan. There is no one equal to you who can bear the unbearable.
ਏਰਤ ਸਗਰੇ ਭਏ ਹੈਰਾਨ
Everyone, hey Guru Arjan Dev Ji, can see what is going on. Even though Chandu may not let the people in Lahore see what's going on, but those people with Dib Drishti, with the third eye that is open, they can all see what is going on and they are all left in shock and oh,
ਏਤਕ ਤਾਪ ਸਹੇ ਨਹਿ ਡੋਲੇ
look how much heat has been given to you, meaning the boiling water and the hot sand.
ਨਸਹਿ ਜਗਤ ਜਿਨ ਇੱਕ ਬਚ ਬੋਲੇ
You could have destroyed the entire planet with just one button, but no, you bared it instead.
ਤੁਮ ਨਿਜ ਨੇਮ ਨਿਬਾਹਿਨ ਕਰੇ
Guru Ki Sangat Ji, ਇਹ ਸਿੱਧਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾ, just to give you an idea, there is a Siddh called Pangarnath. This Pangarnath comes with the Siddhs to a place called Achal Batala. Achal Batala is near where Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji's Dharm Sapatri Mata Sulakhani Ji's Mape live, where Guru Ji Saure live. And when these Siddhs came there, they came to the Mela of Shivratri. And utthe aan ke these Siddh Mahatmas, they started showing their supernatural powers. Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj took away from them the one thing that was most important to them, and that's the maya that they used to collect from people. Maharaj hid their lota, the pot that they had all the maya collected in. Soon as Maharaj hid that, what they did, it just goes to show that some people, even though that they've gained spiritual power, they've got no spiritual quality. Spiritual quality is one thing and spiritual power is another thing. Maharaj is displaying, demonstrating spiritual quality along with true spiritual power. Soon as the Maharaj Guru Nanak Dev Ji hid their lota, Guru Ki Sangat Ji's Pangarnath, he turned himself into a dragon. Do not think of this stuff to be tales. No. Just because I can't turn myself into something, that doesn't mean that Guruji can't turn themselves into something. Satguruji Maharaj is the giver of an avastha called Ichatari. Ichatari is when you can take on any form that you want to take on. Just like Zeus used to become a swan when he wanted to become. He used to become anything he wanted to become. Just like one of the mantris of Ravan turned into a golden deer to lead Ramchandra away. So just because we are limited just to this body, and the only thing we can change is our clothes, it doesn't mean that that is the limit. Guru Maharaj Ji can give the avastha of Ichatari and people can turn themselves into whatever they want to turn themselves into, providing they've attained to that avastha of Ichatari. Pangarnath had got those Riddhiyan Siddhiyan where he could turn himself into whatever just to scare people. He turned himself into a dragon. Maharaj then used their own Charna Kamalandi chapal and beat him around the head and brought him back to his senses. So what Gorakhnath is saying, he is actually aiming it at his own Siddha Mahatmas, jehde vigad gaye sige, and some are still vigade. He says, Maharaj, you have displayed how to bear the unbearable and not show any Shakti.
ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਵਿਨਾਸ਼ਨ ਇਛਨਾ ਧਰੋ
You have not even once had the thought into your mind to destroy this Chandu. I know all of you heard the Varta, like the conversation between Guru Sahib Ji and Bhai Parana, and also Guru Sahib Ji and the daughter-in-law of Chandu, where Maharaj says his entire Bants, his bloodline will become destroyed. Maharaj ne ichha nahi kiti. Maharaj hasn't said that we desire this. Maharaj ne sraf nahi ditta. Maharaj hasn't cursed him. What Maharaj has said, we look, ਇਹਨੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਪਾਪ ਕੀਤਾ, the reward of his paap will be this according to divine law. There are reasons why Maharaj is saying this. Number one, so we learn that there is a divine law. Number two, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, kade we never ever hurt people that have got no enmity towards anyone. For no reason, sometimes we end up slandering those beings जिन्होंने गुरु दी सिक्खी कमाई है, those sadhu mahatmas. We end up slandering them. What do you think? We'll get a pat on the back from Guru Sahib Ji? No. Maharaj is saying, look, ਇਹਨੇ ਜੋ ਚੰਦੂ ਨੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਫਲ ਇਹ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ. If we enter into slandering sadhu mahatmas that have walked on the raised the sharp path of Gursikhi, then Guru ki sangat ji sanu ki milega? Shabashi nahi milegi hai na. So Maharaj, Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, Gorakhnath is saying, Maharaj, you haven't even once let enter into your mind the desire to destroy Chandu. In your Shanti, you have bared the unbearable.
मैं अब पापी को कर जेतो
But Maharaj, Sadi Ichha Kardi, Gorakhnath is saying, but however, my Ichha is to destroy this papi.
अवनी खंड उल्ट देओ ते तो
Maharaj, give me the go ahead. And I will turn this Chandu and his entire family, including everything he owns, upside down, meaning destroy him.
महा अवज्ञा को फल पावे
Your Sundar Sarup Satguru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj that gives Shanti and so peace to everyone. He's done avagya, he's disrespected your Sarupa.
पुन जग महन है संत दुखावे
And when I do this, then the world, Guru Ki Sangat ji, just remember one thing. Everyone speaks according to their own thinking. Now Gorakhnath is speaking to the limits of his existing experience and his avastha. He's saying, once I've done this, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, at least he will never hurt the feelings of any other sadhu mahatma.
महते दुष्ट हंकारी होए
Otherwise, many dushts will become hankari in this world, and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਦਿਆ ਕਰਨਗੇ.
देह कष्ट संतन सब कोए
And they will give kast, they will give problems to your Sant Mahatmas.
श्री सतगुर सुन कर कह बैन
Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj listens to him and then speaks.
मन संतन के त्रास रहन
Satguru says, hey Gorakhnath, it's only the Siddhs with you that if they get upset a little, they start hurting people. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਧੂ ਮਹਾਤਮਾ ਹੁੰਦੇ, true Sant Mahatmas that have gone past the stage of the body, gone past the 17 tattan da swarup and gone into the atmic avastha, they never fear anything or anyone regardless of whatever happens to their body. Bhagat Mansoor, Guru Ki Sangat Ji from Iran, he was told, stop saying Anal Haq, meaning I am the truth, meaning I am Allah. Otherwise we will cut you into pieces and burn your body. He was a Muslim, he was a fakir, Sufi. He was a Sufi Mahatma, Guru Ki Sangat Ji maaf karna, sometimes I forget things. He was a Sufi Mahatma. On the one hand, they were going to cut his body and burn his body. On the other hand, all he had to do was say, stop saying Anal Haq. What did he do? Soon as I said this to him, he starts saying even louder, Anal Haq, Anal Haq, Anal Haq. I am the truth, I am the truth, I am the truth, meaning I am at the Atmak Avastha. I have become the Khuda I was searching for. So Maharaj is saying, Jade Sadhu Mahatma hunde, they don't care, they don't fear anything.
हमने करनो है अस खेले
Do not get involved in my kid. We're going to do it just as it's happening.
आए ऊपर को बिगड़ न मेले
Don't worry about the Sadhu Mahatmas. You're not going to destroy anyone, Gorakhnath. Sadhu Mahatma da fikr na karo. They know what our play is. They don't fear anything. And nothing is going to come and happen to the Sadhu Mahatmas. When Maharaji means this, does that mean nobody will ever hurt Sadhu Mahatmas? No. Many Sadhu Mahatmas have been killed after that. But have they been killed? No, they haven't been killed. The body got destroyed, but they have become Amar. They have become forever. They have become eternal. So Maharaj says, Sadhu Mahatma da fikr na kar. No one can damage or destroy or hurt them.
होनहार पर निष्ठा करनो
Because the Sadhu Mahatmas know one thing. The Honhar, whatever is going to happen, and that is where their mind is set at.
हे संतन को मत बर बरनो
This is the great conditioning of the mind of the Sadhu Mahatmas. This is the same Guru Arjan Dev Ji in the Bani of Sri Sukhmani Sahib Ji. that speaks about Brahmagyanis avasthas, about the Sadhu Mahatmas avasthas, that says that Sadhu Mahatmas avastha is such that even the Vedas cannot speak of their greatness.
यही बात अब दे कर जावो
Dekho Guru ki Sangat ji, look at the Nimata of Satguru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Even though they hold all avasthas in the palm of their hand and they give all avasthas to those that have received them, what do they say? Ihi baat ab de kar javo. They said, instead of doing what you are wanting to do, give us this word instead.
तन हंता तर नहीं डुलावो
Look at the Nimata of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. They said, give us these words. Say these words to us instead. We hear Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. May your body and your mind not waver in the face of what is going on. Gorakhnath Ji Guru Ki Sangat Ji is approximately 5,000 years old. He has reached this age to something called pranayam, is what the Siddh Yogi Mahatmas used to practice for a long life. Satguru Ji in Gursikhi says, Lammi umar karke ki lani hai? How many of us here has got kapde that are over 25 years old? Do we not change our kapde every few years, if not every 6 months? Just like that, Maharaj says, "Ye jo the chola prana ho gaya, discard it, put a new body on." So Maharaj has taken us to a greater level. But this Gorakhnath, edi umar 5000 saal de kareeb ya. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji is very young if we look in human years, not avastha wise, just in human years. Maharaj ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬੱਚਾ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ, even though Gorakhnath matha ਟੇਕਦੇ Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji is the greatest, but Guru Arjan Dev Ji is teaching us how ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਡਿਆਂ ਦਾ. Maharaj says, hey Guru Nath, instead give us your words. ਵੀ ਤੂੰ ਡੋਲੇ ਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ
ਸੁਨ ਕਰ ਧਨ ਧਨ ਕਹਿ ਗਏ
soon as Gorakhnath hears this, he says, ਧੰਨ 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 ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ
ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਦੇਖ ਨਾ ਸਿੱਧ ਪ੍ਰਗਟਾਏ
These Siddh Mahatmas, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, the ones who, having received ਰਿੱਧੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਧੀਆਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਦਰ ਅੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਾਉਣ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ Sad Sangat Ji, seeing Guru Arjan Dev Ji sitting there, we can only try to imagine what Maharaj's Swarup must be looking like now. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨੀਵੀਆਂ ਪਾ ਲੀਆਂ, they can't even look at Guru Sahib Ji.
ਚਿੰਨ ਹੈ ਕੁਛ ਤੇ ਕੁਛ ਕਰ ਦੇਵੈ
And instead they are muttering that this is the Swarup, that within a second they can turn earth to sea and sea to earth. They can turn creation into non-existence and non-existent into creation.
ਹੇਰਤ ਜਿਨ ਕੋ ਨਰ ਗਨ ਸੇਵੈ
The one to whom all nar and gan, meaning all beings that are seen and the unseen beings, the one that they all jidi puja karde han.
ਅਵਸਰ ਪਾਏ ਪੀਰ ਪੁਨ ਆਏ
Sad Sangat Ji, these Siddh Mahatmas, they've said what they've said. They've tried. Maharaj can they do not get involved in our kid. Hey Gorakhnath, why are you saying that you want to destroy Chandu? If you want to say anything, Sanu sees Davo. Guru Ki Sangat Ji, who can give Var o Saraf o Assis to Guru Sahib Ji? No one can. They're the one Puta Mata Ki Assis. They give us Assisa. But Maharaj Sanu Nimarta Skhaunu. This is something we're losing really fast. Our elders, we must look at Guru Nanak Dev Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. They matha tekte rahe on their mata's charan, even though they are the creator. Why? ਆਪਾਂ ਵੱਡਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਕਰੀਏ. Baba Buddha Ji used to come to meet Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. Satguru Hargobind Sahib Ji ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ the dola, the palki that Baba Buddha Sahib Ji Maharaj is being carried in. Maharaj ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ to one of the sevadars, Maharaj used to get behind them and carry the palki on their moda. They're the Satguru. But Baba Buddha Ji are the eldest in the Guru Kar, in the house of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji is carrying the palki of Baba Buddha Sahib Ji on their moda. And they're not letting Baba Buddha Ji find out why, to teach us ਵੱਡਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ So Maharaj is saying to Gorakhnath, instead give us your blessings and now go about your way. ਇਹ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਫੇਰ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਦਿਓ
ਅਵਸਰ ਪਾਏ ਪੀਰ ਪੁਨ ਆਏ
Sad Sangat Ji, these Gorakhnath and the Siddhs have gone. Remember, in the unseen world is not only Gorakhnath and the Siddhs, all those sadhu mahatmas ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕਈ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਪਾ ਲਈਆਂ ਹਨ. Even they know what's happening with Guru Sahib Ji, and even they have come while these guards have been knocked out to come and visit Maharaj. Avsar Paike, taking the opportunity, Peer Pun Aaye, then the Peer Mahatmas come to see Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj.
ਰਾਮਾਤ ਕਾਮਲ ਸਮੁਦਾਏ
Those that have got immense supernatural spiritual power, and amongst these Sadhu Mahatmas, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, is Peer Ji Mia Mir. He is a very premi Sikh of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Maharaj ne inu Brahm Gyan te kai kuch ditta. He has come with a tola, a gathering of the Sadhu Mahatmas to come to see Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj.
ਨਮੋ ਕਰੀ ਹੋਏ ਖਰੇ ਅਗਾਰੀ
Namaskar karke. They've done namaskar to Satguru Arjan Dev Ji, and they're standing before Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji.
ਕੌਣ ਤੁਮ ਸੋ ਕਸ਼ਟ ਤਨ ਭਾਰੀ
And then Guru Arjan Dev Ji's pyara Peer Mia Mir Ji, he speaks, he says, Maharaj, why are you even going through this?
ਅਤਹਿ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਕੋ ਬਿਲਮ ਨ ਲਾਵੈ
Maharaj, you can kill this dusht in an instant.
ਆਗਾ ਤਨਕ ਆਪ ਕੀ ਪਾਵੈ
It wouldn't even take you 1 second, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. In other words, this dusht, we can kill him. It wouldn't take even a second, but give us the go ahead.
ਸਮ ਕੋ ਸਾਦਰ ਬਾਕ ਅਚਾਰੇ
Sadh Sangat Ji, ਇੱਥੇ ਵਿਸਰਾਮ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. We have 2 minutes left. So next week, when we pick up from here, I know I've been saying this for about 4 or 5 weeks. Guru Di Katha, as Guruji wants it to roll out, play out, it plays out. Next week, we will hear exactly why Dhan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, why they took the faisla of having the Shaheedi, of leading the Mughals and Chandu to do what they have done. We will hear this at length next week. Jaddan Guru ki pyari Sangat Ji, you've been coming and listening to this prasang. Come again next week. Je thade kare bacche han, patije, patijiyan, bring them. If they speak English, let them learn also. Next week we will hear the conversation between the Peer Mahatmas, Mia Mir Ji, and Dhan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj. Until then, Guru Ki Sangat Ji Bhulna Chukkan Di Khima Bakshni. Until we meet again, let us join in Gurfateh to Satguru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj so they bless us. So what we have heard, it finds a place in our hearts. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਰਾਮਗੜੀ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਤੀਜਾ ਨਾਲੇ ਕੋ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਰਬਤ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਮਨ ਬਿਹਮਣੀ ਮਾਏ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਸੰਗਤਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਹਿ ਸੇਤੀ ਮਨਵਤੀਆਂ ਵਾਧਾਈਆਂ ਰਤਨ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਭਰੀਆਂ ਸਤਿ ਨਾਮ ਲਿਆਈਆਂ ਅਬਦੁੱਲਾ ਕਾਦਰ